Today we're going to take a tour of a server that I used to run with a bunch of buddies back in college. Call it the McCollum show because we lived in McCollum Hall. This is our little spawn building. We had about 5 people playing on this server, but none of us were really any kind of builders or redstone stuff. We just kind of played for fun. We did have an architect major, and he did most of the designing on like the big main builds, and we kind of helped out here and there. But we had this main house here that we all kind of shared. It had a main hall area, a tiny bit of storage. And what we did end up doing in this place, we each had banners that we designed. Whenever we wanted to claim an area on the server, we copied our banner and placed it down. We each had little chunk rooms that went down pretty far. This was the one that I had. Like I said, we weren't too big on builders or redstone, and this was in 1.11, so it was long before stuff like bubble elevators and things like that. Yeah, so we go down here, put a little bunker, just so we can stay safe, you know how it is. This is our beacon color changer, so we change from red to blue or yellow, which we changed it kind of depending on the week. Built this library down here. Then it had enchantment tables that went so you could get different level enchantments depending on what you felt like you wanted to have. Okay, the map room, which unfortunately has been wiped with the changes of going from different versions. I'm not sure where all the item frames went. They're all gone. Even we have a trophy room, which I'll go to in a second. It's also missing all of its stuff. This is a little walkway that leads to the outside. Nice little lava room. It's a trophy room where we had all kinds of special things. We had first diamonds in here, all kinds of unique like the first items of the server we kept and saved in here, but like I said, they got kind of wiped with the version changes. Just a bit of a bummer. But a redstone free tree farm, pretty fun. We had a bunch of little random farms out here. Once again, all redstone free because none of us were really into that. We're stable, and we started building this wall, which you can see went pretty far. We definitely never got finished because we ran into other things. We had school to take care of, so we had to focus on that. Built this old iron farm, which never really produced much because we never stayed by it very often. So we had the main house area, which was over there, but then we each had our own like separate little houses. Like this was the architect dudes, and this was another one of my friends, and that was one that I had built. Over here we had a little coliseum, which we used for spleef, which never got reset, but I can put snow all the way up here and run around and be the last person to fall. Up on the outside of the house, I had this little cave area. That's probably the most advanced redstone that I can remember being on the server. It's just this piston door right here. But I started building this little cave area. I had kind of been taking a bit of like inspiration from Etho. I was kind of trying to build like an underground lab type of area, but as you can see, I never really completed it. I do have my super expensive torches though, with the anvils in them. Right in the middle of the snow, little monastery type area. Really just kind of here to look pretty. I'll check out the nether. So we split our nether. We had this little main hub area, and we had trains that went off in different directions. We'll go ahead and explore some of the. So we'll start with the A train. Ah, yes. So the A train was just the one that led to our nether fortress. We already had the B train, which is missing its button, so we're just going to fly down this one. Revamped. Prettied it up. Portal right here. We had each of our 5-player banners hung around in all kinds of places. This was like the main banner, the M from McCollum. We have a little farm area. We had a little, right down here we had beds set up so that while fighting we could just spawn right back and get going. A little bit of storage. Nice little lava pit. And I believe I had built a little, it's like tiny building outside. I seem to recall it was not pretty at all. Yeah. This thing is ugly. Whew. Don't know what I was thinking with that. Alright, let's go check another one of the train rails. So this is the C train. This is the little camp area. And then we have, this is a hotel that he had built. So farm area. And here's the hotel. He called it Lodge. Greenwood Lodge and Resort. You can come over, rent a room, complete with a bathroom. A little bit of storage for you to have. These were all custom planted forest trees. I mean, you can tell they're definitely out of place in this biome. The lookout tower. And then a little statue of to be announced. It's never said what exactly it was supposed to be. A little knight with a sword. Let me see if I can find that camp area. There's the camp area. Bit of tents. Another little amphitheater. Now this was David's lines. David was a player we had who just was completely chaotic. Everything was placed randomly. Everything he built was just completely placed randomly and never really made much sense at all. I do believe this is the train that leads to the ocean monument. Yeah, this is one that leads to our ocean monument. Ocean spawned right on the water, which was convenient. here's our monument, just started to clear out. We had these trapdoors in there so that we could breathe while trying to fight the guardians. So we didn't actually make a real guardian farm. Just go to another line. So it's another one of the lines we had. This is one of David's lines. This is him experimenting with designs. So this one actually looks pretty cool for the time. A little more explanation about the type of player that David was. He came through and torn down this tree and used the wood, but he only took in one block, and we all yelled at him because we thought it was annoying, and he came by and just replaced it with a jungle wood instead of oak wood. But yeah, this was our little world that we ran together. Oh, there's one more area. It's up here. Yes, Mini McCollum, which was just a small build of everything that we had, all labeled in our little areas. My mind. This was a storage area that I had built. This was back before you could put chests like right next to each other. If you wanted to put them right next to each other, you had to use trap chests. And I didn't feel like making the tripwire hooks, so I just kept everything separate. Oh, look at the textures. This was our little world that we ran. It was our freshman year of college. I may do a bit of a tour of the world that we ran sophomore year, because we played on a different seed. We started over, but that one we didn't get nearly as far into, so it would probably be a really short video, but I may do that sometime soon here. Let me know what you think.